that. Nobody knew just exactly what they were talking about, I guess.
Here's how the name Flying Saucer was born.
These objects more or less fluttered like they were, I'd say boats on very rough water or a very rough air of some type. And when I described how they flew, I said that they flew like you take a saucer and throw it across the water. Most of the newspapers misunderstood and misquoted that, too. They said that I said that they were saucer-like. I said they flew in a saucer-like fashion.
And that was an historic misquote. While Mr. Arnold's original explanation has been forgotten, the term flying saucer has become a household word. Few people realize that Mr. Arnold has reported seeing these same strange objects in the sky on 3 other occasions. He says that some pilots in the Northwest have reported seeing them on 8 separate occasions. We asked for his own personal opinion on the nature of what he and the others had seen.
I don't know how best to explain that. I more or less have reserved an opinion as to what I think. Naturally, being a natural-born American, if it's not made by our science or our Army Air Forces, I'm inclined to believe that it's of an extraterrestrial origin.
Extraterrestrial origin? You mean you think there's a possibility they may be coming out of space from other planets? I suppose that's pretty hard for people to take seriously.
Well, I'll tell you this much. All the airline pilots, none of us have appreciated being laughed at. We made our reports essentially to begin with because we thought that if our government didn't know what it was only our duty to report it to our nation and to our Air Force out of it. I think it's something that is of concern to every person in the country. And I don't think it's anything for people to get hysterical about. Now, that's just my frank opinion of it.
So that's how it all began. That was the trigger action. Kenneth Arnold's story went scudding over the news wires. Radio and newspapers picked it up. And then within days, the country broke out into a flood of flying saucer observations. Many of these reports, a great many of them, obviously could be discounted. Others, reports from perfectly competent, sober, and reliable observers, found no easy answer. In the face of this, late in 1947, the Chief of Staff of the Air Forces, at that time General Carl Toohey Spotts, sent a directive to the Air Materiel Command, located at Wright Field, Ohio.
The Air Materiel Command is directed to set up a project whose purpose is to collect, collate, evaluate, and distribute to interested government agencies and contractors all pertinent information concerning sightings of phenomena in the atmosphere, which can be construed to be of concern to the national security.
And so was born Project Saucer. Immediately, the Air Materiel Command went to work. A team of experts was called in. Astronomers, meteorologists, physicists, psychologists, electronic engineers. Anyone who might have any special knowledge that could shed some light on this mystery. These specialists, along with a corps of trained investigators, tracked down every report of a flying saucer they could find. Each person making the report was questioned in detail. The findings were carefully screened by the entire project personnel. And finally, each and every report was evaluated in a detailed study, 2 volumes thick, entitled
Report on Unidentified Aerial and Celestial Objects.
For 2 years, this report was marked secret. But on December 30th, 1949, it was declassified. And tonight, for the first time on the air, we will bring you actual portions of this report, evaluations, summaries, and conclusions. Here, for instance, is a typical case.
8 July 1947, 0930 hours local, Murrow Air Force Base. 4 witnesses all observed 2 silver disc-like spherical objects against a clear, bright sky. All witnesses estimated the altitude at about 8,000 feet, the speed between 300 and 400 miles per hour.
Remember, these were trained observers, Air Force men.
The objects reportedly traveled in a straight line, taking the mean reported speed 350 miles per hour, and the time in sight